Hey guys, Jerry here and welcome back to my GregTech Prologue. Today in terms of gameplay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go out and kill 3 sheep because I am tired of waiting for rain. I also need to, between recordings, rebind some keys because there are not enough items has a bunch of really annoying but very useful features like chunk outlining and such. And whenever you need to do redstone, if you split your stuff between several chunks, then it will quite often end up breaking or messing up with the timers or whatnot. So those things are really useful, but they're also really ugly to look at, and apparently they're by default triggered by the same button as my recording start button is, so I'm definitely gonna have to change that. Alright, so kill some sheep because I am really tired of all this rain. Like, this world seems to be raining constantly. So if I can get a bed and set my spawn, I can also skip the night and that'll reset the rain timer, so I can avoid some of it at least. I don't know if you guys have the same thing with Minecraft, where you just basically cringe whenever you hear the rain sound, because it doesn't sound like rain, it's really just white static noise. I have heard at one point or read about a texture pack, or a resource pack rather as they're called now, which has different sounds. Like, it's pretty much just vanilla, but some of the sounds have been changed to be less obnoxious, like door knocking and rain and such. But I've not been able to find this resource pack. If any of you guys know what it's called, please, for the love of my ears, put it in the comments below so I can find it and install it, because I am really sick of the rain in Minecraft. Another option, I think, is installing Addons, that mod. I'm also really tempted to do that. It's not nighttime. I don't know if it's able to override the default range or just adds extra stuff, but at least it'll... I think it allows a bunch of more better control over some audio volumes and such, so I might look into that. But please, if anyone knows the resource pack I'm talking about, the one that can somehow change the noise of the rain to be a bit less obnoxious, please put it in the comments. Now, gameplay wise this episode, apart from the bed which I have now, I also need to get started on a farm, because at the moment my food supplies are, well, they're rather good right now, because I just ended up killing a bunch of pigs last episode and I found the village with potatoes and such. But it's not really that reliable, so I need to set up either a farm or some hydroponic gardens or something. Keeping with the GregTech theme, of course, hydroponic gardens would be the way to go, but I don't really have the resources to do that properly right now. So I think just a normal box standard farm will do. And farms like water, so how about we just put it down here in this strange little biome. What biome is this? That's swamp. And over here we have fen. The fen is significantly nicer looking, so I think I might just limit the farm to being inside the fen here. So yeah, flattening out an area, getting some water channels done. Again, even though GregTech, I don't think it does anything to change buckets or how they work. I like to play Minecraft with the Better Than Walls hardcore buckets on, that you don't move water sources unless you really have to. Mainly because, like, it's one of those things that allow you to not only experiment with more building and building types and building styles, it also forces you to, like, work with a limitation. And limitations breed creativity. That is probably the best truth I can give you guys about gaming in general. Like, the purpose of games, what is the purpose of gaming? The purpose of gaming is, I think, I can't remember who exactly said this, but to voluntarily take on a challenge in order to conquer it by whatever means that is defined by the rules of the game. But, like, you voluntarily take on extra challenges rather than just expecting stuff to happen. And that's, like, I want to be challenged. I want to use my imagination, and stuff like hardcore buckets forces me to do that. And that's a good thing. That's a really good thing. And I'm hoping that you guys agree with me at least. Like, what purpose is there to play a game if it doesn't challenge you? What purpose is there to play a game if it doesn't trigger a bit of brain activity? I don't see any. Like, it would just be a waste of time then. Not like I have a need to justify every single minute I spend on anything, but having a purpose to your game and having some sort of, okay, I can say, hey, I'm challenging myself, I'm trying to expand my horizons or increase my mental ability or whatnot. Even if it's just small things, even if it's just like, a lot of people don't believe that gaming can have any beneficial effects whatsoever, but I know for a fact it does. The same goes for Let's Playing, for that matter. Like, Let's Playing is a fantastic lesson in public speaking. Even though you're speaking to yourself into a mic with no one else in the room, and it's, to an outsider it might look kinda lonely, because I know that you guys are watching and listening to me, it does have a purpose to me. And that I think is just fantastic. Like, it's really good. It's a good way to spend time. It's a good way to practice speaking. It's a good way to practice another language for me, because I don't speak English every day. Well, I do, but that's mainly because of my connections over the internet and such. It's not something that I need to do on a day-to-day basis in order to get by. Like, I speak Danish. I live in Denmark. That's how it is. But I know for a fact that my English would be a lot worse if I didn't do these Let's Plays and didn't talk to my online friends. So in that sense, there's a lot to learn from this. Anyway, we were talking about the hardcore buggers, the inability or the refusal to move source blocks of water. See, that's one of those puddles which are kind of messing up my farm here. That's a bit annoying. I could just disable them in the. Okay, that's apparently how much a stone hoe does. Like, puddles. Can I just replace this? Yeah, good. But I'm gonna need another hoe if I am to finish hoeing all this. I'm also gonna need a bunch of either fences or whatnot to actually get protect my farms from trampling and such. So yeah. Now, you might be wondering why I haven't made a bunch of iron tools or anything yet, and that is because the way iron tools are made have been changed with the mod. GregTech in particular, or yeah, GregTech has changed it. There's really nothing else to it. It's GregTech, and that means anything I do in terms of making iron tools would actually be something that's relevant to do in the series, and thus I will not do it here in the prologue. Like, the prologue here is pretty much vanilla Minecraft as close as can be with all these mods installed. So it'll be like, without delving into mod stuff, I'll be using stone tools because that's what I can do without going into the change mechanics of the mods. Now, of course, stuff like the fir wood and the acacia wood is not vanilla Minecraft, but a plank is a plank, a wooden block is a block, it's just a matter of a different texture. So, yeah. What was I saying? I was talking about challenging games. And my farm here. You know what, I'm gonna make another pickaxe because I actually want to make a stone fence around that thing, because I think that's, considering how few sticks you get from, oh god, I'm in trouble, guys. I only have 2 bits of cobblestone. I need 3 to make a pick, so I'm gonna have to make another wooden pick. That's actually a bit annoying. But anyway, without the saw, I am unable to make as much stuff from ooh, ravine. Interesting. Without a saw, I'm unable to make as much stuff from a single wooden block as I'm used to with Minecraft. And that means that I won't be like the balance of various recipes change. So like even though a stone pickaxe still lasts for as long as it does in vanilla, I think. And that means that cobblestone suddenly becomes not cheaper, but because wood and sticks especially is more expensive, then cobblestone becomes a better economy overall. So cobblestone would be the best choice. Now, since I can't continue my staircase there, I'm just going to go into a cave over here and dig a bit of stone there. I think it has a more gentle entrance. Yeah, it does. Just going to use up this one, and then see how many bits of cobblestone fence I can make. I'll also need a fence gate. 15, that's not a lot. But at least I can make a stone pickaxe then. Alright, so it doesn't have as much durability as it does in vanilla, because I think like a vanilla wooden pickaxe can take like 50 items or so. And that's about what you get of a stone pickaxe here, so there's that. But at least I have a pickaxe now. I should have kept one in spare. And 12 cobblestone wall. It's not going to be enough to cover the farm, but at least it's a start. It'll allow me to keep the mobs from going via land at least. Like they would have to swim to get on it now. Get a bit of light on it. And I don't think stuff normally can spawn on whole dirt, so yeah, let's just do it like this. And seeds, I have 53 wheat seeds, that's quite a few. Bread is also decent food, so let's just go all out on the wheat here. Do we have like... Is this farm 8x8? Or is it only 7? It's only 7, okay. 7x8. Oh well, it's a start. It's a start. I think also do have a couple more wheat seeds so we can actually finish it off. And then the other half of the farm can be used for potatoes and carrots. Let's see, yes, I do have a couple more seeds, so we can finish that off. And apparently it's growing really quickly. Interesting. Alright, that's done. Now I need... This hole won't be enough to finish, to do this entire area. So I'm also gonna need another one of those. There we go, yeah. One more hole and some more cobblestone fence. Let's just let's see. Can I dig down to that iron on the side there and just kind of change the course of this a bit? See if we can find actually makes some good use of the uses here rather than just digging randomly around. Okay, I'm standing on the iron now. That's not ideal. So if we dig in here instead, then I can stand here and mine the iron carefully. And there's a zombie. On our lawn. Or in our mine, rather. Let's see, there's a hole underneath this iron, so I can't actually get that one until I dig down a bit more. Whoops. Not completely intentional, but we can deal with it. Just gonna dig out this bit up here. There we go. Grab that and put a block back in place. There's also a nice bit of copper ore here, which... New ore miner. Might as well take it now I'm here. I know I'm going for stone, but why refuse free ores when you can get them? They're not free, but they're there. And let's just use up the pickaxe. Actually, I need one use on it, because I need to remove one bit of fence. Alright. get back into the sunshine. Now, I don't know if squid actually have been changed to give any sort of drop. Sheep at least didn't give any mutton. Which is something that's still kind of strange to me. Like, why can you eat all the animals but sheep? And squid, of course, they have their ink sacs, which, with pretty much every mod, gets one additional use, so to speak. But they're still kind of the odd one out. Like, it's kind of strange what the role really is, other than just hanging out in the oceans and bringing a wee bit of life there. Alright, so fence gate. Not a build gate, but a fence gate. And yeah, we forgot the hoe. But at least we can close this off. We don't need that one anymore. I need to replant that seed. That was not my intention. And in terms of, let's see, lighting over there. Put a bit of light there. Now, if anyone's wondering how I did this, it's basically I'm placing the block on the side of the wheat block. Like, pretty much everything in Minecraft is a block somehow, depending on how you interpret it. And that means you have the hitbox that you can actually place stuff on. It's very, very strange somehow, and yet still very useful. So yeah, let's put the fence gate here in the middle. That'll look best, I think. And then we're a torch short, but we can make one once we get the hoe as well, because I did mess up one of the crops. That's not a hoe. I'm being silly right now. Sticks. There we go. And some more sticks. And some torches. There we go. Alright. Nearly done with the farm, and the sun is nearly setting. We can test out our bed once again. And we can get in here. Fix our mess up here. And then I'm gonna take these slabs and actually place like this. Just so we can walk across without having to jump and end up breaking stuff. Alright, we can plant stuff now. We need, let's see, we have 7 times 4 of each. 7 times 4, that's what, 28? So do we have 28 potatoes and 28 carrots? We have 35. 35. And we can do 28 of these as well. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, I think we're pretty much set for food now that we have the field down here fully planted with all sorts of good stuff. Lovely. Get these. Whoops, and last 3. Carrots. Now the potatoes and carrots, I don't know why we really needed 2 different crops, because they're kind of the same, really. They grow exactly the same rate, they have pretty much the same textures all the way through, except for like a tiny little bit at the end. They have somehow managed to differentiate them a bit. Like the potato is a bit more like the wheat, where you eat it yourself, you cook it first, and the carrot you just eat raw. And it's kind of the same as apple. So a carrot food is the same as an apple, and a baked potato is pretty much the same as bread. I don't know why we really needed them, but apparently someone thought we did. And now there's a spider. I'm gonna go test out my bed once again, and then I think we're gonna call this an episode. Again, we're getting close to being able to actually start the thing, but I want to solve the whole rain making my head hurt issue. Either by using a resource pack which changes the sounds, or installing a mad mouse and trying to See if I can configure that to give a good results. If anyone knows the name of the resource pack which changes the sounds, I think I saw it on Reddit at one point, but that's pretty much all I have to go on. So, if anyone knows it, then please, by all means, put it in the comments, and I'll try and get my hands on it. Before we can start, other than that, we also need to finish the house quickly. That means building the central section here and then adding a roof to it. That should not take long, as long as I can just get a bunch more resources. So that'll probably happen off camera as well. So, yeah. Until next time, I'm Jerry, and this has been my GregTech Prologue. Bye.